I know everyone's supposed to go on a break, so I'm going to make it really quick. Probably like an hour and a half I'm going to talk for. Nah, just playing, just playing. Like, hour and a half? Okay, who's fasting today for the 15th of Shaban? Nah, just playing, I'm just joking. Okay, my name is Muhammad Heraldez with this beautiful accent. As you know, I'm from the great state of California. Currently living here in KL up until the end of July. I'm going to be here for the next several months. I'm an entrepreneur and investor. I'm in fashion, tech, finance, and food, 4 of the 7 global Islamic economic sectors. I'm here. I wasn't supposed to be here. I was supposed to be in Singapore, but because of a comedy of events, hey, what's up, baby? Take a seat, man. Take a seat. Well, because of a comedy of events, I'm here, and I'm going to be speaking to you all for the next hour and a half, and then you guys can go on a break. No, it's 20 minutes. Okay, so I was given, where's the little thingy, Majigi? I got some slides, man. Oh, you guys didn't give me the slides? Oh, so as an entrepreneur, you got to be able to be liquid. You got to be able to roll with the punches. A little bit about myself until they get it going. My name is Muhammad Heraldez. I'm a convert to Islam. I'm from California. I'm a student of Sheikh Hamza Yusuf. After graduating from university, I went overseas. I studied Sharia and Arabic, so I'm fluent in Arabic. أستطيع أن أتكلم عربي. So I'm here. I lived in Syria, Morocco, Mauritania, went back home, and then fell into this thing, entrepreneurship, that everyone wants to be nowadays because it's like cool. And then I've been in it for 10 years, so I just celebrated my 10-year anniversary of being an entrepreneur a few months ago, and I actually vlog now. So you can see about it. I actually talk about my thoughts on being an entrepreneur for 10 years and everything, and I have been tasked with the, do you guys have it? Because I have a thumb drive. See, you got to be prepared. Contingency plans. If they're not ready, you're ready. It's called like overcoming struggles or something like that. There you go. Overcoming challenges as a Muslim entrepreneur and investor. So, yeah, so I speak fluent Arabic. I studied Sharia, went back back to America, and I just didn't want to get a job. I met my cousin after all these years. My cousin Joel ended up becoming a millionaire. We come from a very poor background, but Joel was able to make it work somehow and become a multimillionaire. And I said, "Hey, Joe, man." So I had this like long hair here, beard, and I was like, "Hey, Joe, man," because before Islam we were getting money, legally and illegally, and then after that we became Muslim and we cut all that away and became good people. But I was like, "Hey, Joe, man, I need to get some money." I go, "Give me some books to read because I'm a voracious reader." And he goes, "You got a pen and paper ready?" I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Okay, you ready?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "How to Win Friends and Influence People" by Dale Carnegie. I was like, "Come on, Joe, I don't want some soft book, man." He's like, "No, I'm serious. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie." It's a good book. I really, 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 really recommend that you all read it. So my name is Muhammad Heraldez, silent G, Spanish. We're there. My parents are from the Philippines, but I was born and raised, as I said, in California. So overcoming struggles and challenges as a Muslim entrepreneur and investor. The reason why I have that, I have this picture here is, I did a triathlon last year where you swim and then ride a bike and then run for a long period of time. And I grew up in California. I surf, I skate, I swim, I do all the California stuff. I snowboard, we do it all. So growing up, I already know how to swim, so I said, I'll do a triathlon. If all these people are doing triathlons, I can do a triathlon. I grew up as an athlete. So I get in the pool, an Olympic-sized pool, 50 meters, so back and forth, 100. So I go, I could do this because I used to swim all the time. We surf, we do everything. I get into the pool, and I think I have to swim like 1,000 meters. So just one distance is 50 meters. And the reason why I come up with this picture is because I was thinking about this title, and I go, when was the last time I had something that was really, really daunting? So I said, I got this. Got in the pool, like, hey guys, I'm here. I swam. I got to the end, And I was coming halfway, and you know how they have those little buoys, the lane buoys? I had to grab one afterwards, and I was like, like I know that the lifeguard was looking at me like, is this guy gonna drown? I felt so defeated. That was one of the last times I can remember where I honestly thought to myself, I won't be able to pull this out. Like there's no way I can do 1,000. I can't even do 75. That's why I came with this picture. This is the last time. Have you ever had something like that where you just felt there's no way for me to overcome this? So I came up with these 3 universal thoughts. I was telling her to Hassan Sagaf, who was here speaking, who was supposed to speak right now, so I'm going to speak for 20 minutes. Then we can go on our prayer break and do all that good stuff. People want to hear, like personally, I don't like to go to talks and hear about like battle stories of how you built your company, because every company in every industry, with every group, with every pool of competition is different. I can't give you advice because I don't know the totality and the holistic issue that you're dealing with, whether it's the lack of execution, your partner's not returning your WhatsApp messages, the funders are sort of messing and not wanting to give money. So I came up with principles. I don't like to talk about like what to specifically do, like I said, because I don't know what you need to do. I remember being in my MBA class and they said, this is in 2009. I already had my company going. I just decided that I wanted to get an MBA, and I'll tell you guys why I wanted to get an MBA was because if I ever had to get a job again, I didn't want to feel in the bubble that said undergraduate, like a bachelor's degree. Every time I felt out the bachelor's degree bubble, I always felt like I'm better than a bachelor's degree. So I already had a company, it was going, doing well, but I said, I have some time now because it's sort of like running on smooth, cruise control. I went and got an MBA. And I remember being in my MBA class, and in 2009, we were saying, what does a post-Google world look like? And we were all stumped. What does a post-Google world look like? My professor said when ad banners were in email ad banners, she said during her time in MBA, they were like, email ad banners are it. This is it. We've hit Eureka. This is where we're going to make all the money. Email advertising banners. And she goes, now that I think that's so laughable. But she goes, what does a post-Google world look like? And everyone in class was like, there is no post-Google world. Google is everything. But what came to replace Google? It wasn't the 10th search engine. It was social media, right? The next thing to replace Facebook won't look like Facebook. Zuckerberg, it won't look like Zuckerberg. The next industry to come to replace, it won't be the same. And that's what people need to know is that you need to be liquid, and that's why I'm coming with principles rather than you need to do X, Y, and Z because it's all different and it will change. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. I say this because you always want to grow and develop. I myself like to surround myself with domain experts. The reason why is because domain experts are people, for example, I was on a plane ride with a guy who was a master glass maker. He was one of the top guys in glass making in the world. I'm a monthly donor to Wikipedia, so I read on everything, right? So we were sitting down there and I was asking him over and over and all these questions. So, okay, let me ask you about like stained glass. So when did stained glass actually come into like churches? Was that like an old thing? We're going everything into glass. And he goes, wait, after 15 minutes, he goes, are you in the glass industry? And I go, nah, I know you think about glass differently. And he goes, how do you know so much? I go, I just read about stuff. The reason why is because I always tell people, surround yourself with people who know more than you, and typically who know more about their industry, so you can learn how experts look at their own industry, and you can copy and paste the way that they think about their expertise into your own domains in life. I like to be around people you want to be around people who are always better than you. In our tradition, my sheikh said, in deen, you want to be around people who are always better than you. In terms of dunya, you always want to be around people who are lower than you, because you will always feel better about yourself. I mean, you will always understand the contentment, right? You want to be around people. This will allow you to grow and develop and will allow you to overcome difficult times, challenges, and obstacles much easier because you've trained yourself to think at a very high level because why? You're surrounding yourself with people who are just much more intelligent than you. I've actually been on one phone call. Amr Rahman, I don't know if you guys heard him speak, or really, really sharp guy. I remember being on a phone call with him and they said a couple of acronyms. I didn't know what they were saying. I had to like Google it, like, oh yeah, of course guys, hit mute and was like, what the heck did they just say? That's what I'm talking about. You want to be that person that's like, dang, I don't know what's going on here, because you'll raise your game. If not, then entrepreneurship is not for you because you're always going to be in a difficult situation. That's just how it is. If you want something easy, get a job. And getting a job is not a bad thing. Like in one of my vlogs, going home to your kids, 5 o'clock, Little League Baseball, ballet classes, hanging out with your buddies, it's not a bad gig. Because entrepreneurship, people are like, oh, at 3 a.m., you know, at 3 p.m. I'm in my pajamas, but at 3 a.m. I'm still in my pajamas writing emails. So it doesn't matter. People are like, oh, wow, that's cool, man. 3 p.m. you're in your pajamas. I'm like, yeah, 3 a.m. I'm still in my pajamas and I'm still writing emails. Keep good company. In Arabic, we say the word suhbah, right? Why are the Sahabas, and from the hadith, why are the Sahabas in relation why are they the best of generations? Why? Just because of who they were with. And if you look at the ulama and their definitions of a sahaba, someone who just saw the Prophet, that's a sahaba. Keeping good company is vital. Absolutely vital, and it'll speak to my last slide. The reason why you want to keep good company, you want people who are smarter than you. You want people to bounce your ideas off of. The people that are closest to me don't even know what I'm doing. They're just good people. They always have, like, sometimes they go like, hey, what do you do? Like, you're always all over the world, and like, what's up? And I'm like, it doesn't matter. Hey, did you see that game last night? Keeping good people, good company, people with good hearts, people who remind you of khidmah, people who are always of service. I say this in one of my other vlogs. You want to be around people who are people of service. You want to be around people who are the last ones to eat when they serve the food. They're the ones that are willing to pick everything up for you at the end of the party. You know, when everyone leaves the party, but you have those 1 or 2 friends that'll say like, hey, I'll stay here and help you clean. They don't even tell you. They just stay. That's the kind of people you want to be around because they put everything into perspective. The Prophet ﷺ had the greatest of companions, and the reason why they were exalted is because of who they were with. It was all about company. And when you have good company, you're able to bounce your ideas and you're able to see it from their eyes. Like, sometimes you have blind spots. Sometimes you can't see your own issues. If you have good company, smart, emotionally smart, spiritually intelligent, emotionally, financially, they can see your blind spots and be like, hey, that's why I tell people, keeping good company, I go, let me ask you, what's the most important business transaction you'll ever make in your life? That's it. Who you marry is the most important business transaction you will ever make in your life. Because that person will either break you or make you. That's the most, no one can tell me anything else. That's the most important business transaction. I actually just got married. Yes, no one knows it, so I just wanted to tell them. And I'm telling you now, like, this person will either support you or you'll be going into the office going like, hey, Jerry, you got that PowerPoint ready? Like, what PowerPoint? What power? Oh, yeah, that's right, because you're too busy fighting. What are you doing on your email? Why don't you come and hang out with me? Keeping good company. And just, I have to share this one tidbit, man, because it's so important. I went in with one piece of advice, that I actually came up with, and actually Friedrich Nietzsche came with it. It was very odd because Nietzsche is so. I had one thing, was that this person, I love coffee. I must be able to have coffee with this person 30 years from now over a good conversation. And Nietzsche said something, everything is transitory except a good conversation with your spouse. Everything else goes about your spouse except a good conversation, because this is going to be your teammate. And I tell her, like keeping good company, I said, yo, you're the editor of my life. You edit my life. If I mess up, you have to edit it. And the last one, the most important to overcoming obstacles and challenges is managing your psyche. This is absolutely critical. There are going to be times when you're absolutely lonely. I've been sitting at my desk thinking, I don't know how I'm going to make payroll. Have any of you felt that? I don't know how I'm going to make payroll. Your employee just came yesterday and said, hey, I bought a new car. And you're like, oh, cool, man. And then you walk away going, I can't pay him next week. Managing your psyche, being around people who help you be positive. I'm doing a vlog. I'm going to Singapore. I'm doing a vlog. I vlog from all these different places in the world. Check it out. Some friendships have an expiration date. That's actually what I'm going to vlog about. Some friendships have an expiration date. And it's natural. It's not that you become malicious towards each other. It's just that they're not going where you're going, and you're not going where they're going. You need all those two, but at the end, this is all going to help you manage your psyche. When you're at the top as a CEO, as a founder, no one knows your struggles. No one knows what you're thinking. No one knows. I've been fired from every job that I've had. Because as a 25-year-old, I was looking at the 45-year-old CEO like, you idiot. Why are you doing this to the organization? You're building it vertically. It should be horizontal, blah, blah, blah. And I realized years later, wow, he had so many different variables that were unknown to me that he had to deal with. He had to make judgment calls that he thought were the best that I just wasn't privy to. So when you're in a situation when you're by yourself and no one can help you, no one understands fully the depth of your issue. They have this phrase now called founder's depression. I've seen many Medium posts about people saying like, F you entrepreneurship, I'm getting a job. And I don't blame at all. It's super difficult. I know everything, like I know 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, like it wasn't the thing to be like, oh, I want to be an entrepreneur. Now I talk to people, it's like, I want to be an entrepreneur. Oh, what's your idea? I don't know. I just want to be an entrepreneur. I'm like, I don't think you fully understand the continuum of issues you're gonna like face, bro. It's not sexy. You're not riding private Learjets. And anyone who has time to make those memes about motivation, all that, probably not making that much money. You need to be able to manage your psyche, and that comes with good company, and that comes with developing a relationship with your Creator. And I'll end with the best of words, which is after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is this. And you all know this. On Anas ibn Malik radiyallahu anhu قال, oh, you can't see it. Oh, okay, you see it over here. قال الرجل يا رسول الله. He said, أقلها وأتوكل أو أطلقها وأتوكل. قال اقلها وتوكل. And you guys see the Arabic. You can have the best strategy. You can be around domain experts. You can have all the tactics. You've seen it played out before. You've been in this domain for 25 years. You know it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, what has been written for you has been written, and that's what I'm talking about in terms of managing psyche. It all is here, and this interconnectedness between your heart and your mind. Whether you fail, whether you succeed, doesn't matter. This dunya ultimately doesn't mean anything to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because if it did, a kafir wouldn't even have a drink of water, and we all know this. Developing a relationship with yourself, people close to you, and importantly, with your Creator, will help you to be, inshallah, the best entrepreneur and investor that you can be. Sorry for taking your time. Thank you guys for having me. Short notice. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Thank you, Mr. Muhammad. It was very interesting. We have come to the end. And before we end, we would like to ask the audience to basically go meet 5 people you haven't met yet, and you've got 10 to 15 minutes to network with everybody. So get your business cards out and network with everyone you want.
Okay, just remind the people who just came in right now.
For those who just came right now, we are basically networking for 10 minutes, and then we're going to do the closing remarks.
مدينة مشهد الرضا عليه السلام عاصمة الثقافة الإسلامية لعام 2017 للميلاد.
The events in London, we thought it was rather quite interesting and really wanted to attend.
I think it's a terrific event, super quality of audience.
The turnaround is really good. We've seen a lot of good people from all over the world.
I believe the event will certainly help entrepreneurs and startups
Mashhad, the cultural capital of the Islamic world, in 2017.
مدينة مشهد الرضا عليه السلام عاصمة الثقافة الإسلامية لعام 2017 للميلاد.
help put this event together?
We would like to ask you guys to hashtag GIC 2017 right now. We would like everyone here in the room to hashtag GIEEC 2017, all capital.
Hashtag your feedback, what you guys think. Maybe you met a cool friend today. Let people know about your experience today.
If you would like to keep yourself updated with our news, with our new initiatives, the project, and so on and so forth, please go to our Facebook community page, which is GIEEC Community. It's a private Facebook group, only for GIEC First Edition and Second Edition, and anybody who's who wants to be involved in this this community. We want to thank everyone who came today, everybody who believes in our vision, and people who supported us from day one. We want to thank Mr. David from NSIF. We want to thank all our speakers, moderators, media partners, smart partners, knowledge partners. We want to thank everybody. Your support means a lot to us, guys. And I'd like to call the volunteers to come on the stage, please. Our volunteers, El Mango's Embrace Change volunteers, where are they? Thank you, Danny.
Okay, so apparently our volunteers either didn't hear us or don't want to come on stage.
No, I think they're networking, trying to secure, the next job after.
I don't know. Yeah. Anybody who wants to take a picture on stage, we're going to do a group photo. Come on stage, guys.
Come on the stage.
Group photo. We're going to be doing a group photo.
Yes. Group photo. Group photo. Group photo.
Who wants to take a group photo? Come on stage right now. Come. We're waiting.
Everybody come. I'm really happy to see my dad networking, actually. Well, our amazing photographers. Stand by. Stand by. You guys don't want to take pictures? You don't want to take pictures? Oh. I'd like to introduce Yahya, my son, is the new entrepreneur in the family. And Yusuf as well, the second entrepreneur in the family. Guys, please come. Let's take a group photo, please. We want to leave now. Arasha Bafana. Group photo. Yeah, please. No, everybody. We want everybody to come. All our amazing delegates, attendees, everybody. Please. I'm going to sit as bro, you okay? I mean, it's okay. Everybody's in the room now. Fazil, you don't want to take group photo? Atika? Nice one. Tall guys must be in the back. Tall guys must be in the back. Guys, by the way, I want to tell you, if you want to have a photographer, videographer for your next event, these are the right guys. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Get out.
Can I have all the volunteers come on stage, please? All the volunteers, please come on stage.